G'day everyone, this is Jill and I'm Zoe. This is a little reminder that I'm not a professional horse trainer, so anything you do see in my videos is only intended to be a guide. So, with that said, let's get into the video. Okay, so today I'm going to show you a few little tips that I discovered that Jewel taught me of how you can help horses that are ultra sensitive around the groin area when it comes to rugging. Now for Jewel, the issue was never the rug on her back, or at least not since she's been here with me. The issue was that as soon as I can touch under her thighs, that's not a problem. But when that little sneaky second hand appears to move the leg strap behind her thigh, she's like, oh, something's touching me, there's two things at once, what do I do? So the analogy I use here is if you think of different people that maybe they've got a learning difficulty, and when you give them too much to think about it at one time, they get really overwhelmed and they're like, oh my god, what do I do? It's too much. Jewel here is no different. So with anything that I use in her training, I break things down to a level she can understand. I don't know until I start doing something as to how far I need to break that down. For Jewel, that needed to be broken down quite considerably more than, say, a horse that was raised in captivity since birth. So, let's move on and we'll see how Jewel's going to respond today and see if she's going to give us a show or not. So the first thing I started doing with her was, okay, I want to make sure that I can touch down all over her thighs, all down the back side of them, and in the front here as well. Now to begin with, even just touching here, just at the top of her groin, that was very touchy, and as soon as I touched there, these hind legs would quiver under her and you'd hear the joints cracking and she'd be bending and trying to get away from the pressure. What I learnt there, just like many things with horses, good girl, giving me a good example, thank you, is when they move, hold the pressure until they stop and then release the pressure. So the next step from there, and again this is done both sides of the horse, as most things with horses you've got to do one thing on both sides. So what I started doing, I'm like, okay, can I touch down the front side of your thighs? Can I rub there? Can I maybe start to lightly tap a little bit here? Just so that she knows I'm here, but hey, I'm not trying to tickle you, I'm not attacking you, I'm not a cheeky snake. That's right, good girl. And so after that, I'm like, okay, can I rub my arm along the side of her belly while touching her thigh, much like it would be like when you lift up the side of the rug, you get the belly strap, the leg strap, and you're passing it from one hand to the other and you're sort of passing it on the side, good girl. Ooh. And so I'm like, okay, I want to be able to pass my hand. Right? The next step was taking my other hand to, like, okay, I'm going to touch you on the inside of your thigh with my other hand so that you've got the broken down of my hand passing from one side to the other without me physically doing so. A little bit of a pat. Now, what do we do about that cheeky second hand that's going to appear no matter what you do? Well, with Jewel, the easiest way about that was, okay, I'm going to rub your thigh down here with one hand and then another hand's going to appear up here. And you start touching her in two places at once that aren't close together. I tried doing it close together and she panicked. So I learned, and we're going to break it down further still. So then it was, okay, Jewel, you stand up for me? Ooh. I thought, okay, I know I can touch you here. Can I rub my hand down in two places at once with the second hand just appearing? Good girl. What you watching? Okay? And so what I'm just doing here is I'm just trying to gently get Jules' attention back on me. Because of where I'm working with her, I want to make sure I have her attention, at least with her ears, as to my location. That way it minimises risk of me getting hurt. Good girl. Okay? Okay, so now I've got my pretty girl's attention back, and let's see if we can do something back with those hind legs. Okay, so now I've got the full attention, but you cannot eat the recorder. Go away. Good girl. As you can see, I've got the attention of her ears. They're flicking back and forth, they're paying attention to me. And I'm getting the eyes as well. Okay, so now we've got that full attention back. What I did then is I started touching down here, and I started bringing that touch just slightly like this. So I'm not actually touching her, not constantly. I'm not staying there to keep that pressure on, but I'm taking the pressure off at the same time. Good girl. Good. Good. You still with me? Good girl. Okay, now that we've got that, let's see if we can keep my hand in one place and just start to hold a little bit. Good girl. Very nice. Okay guys, so that is the end of part 1. There'll be a link in description box below for part 2. In the meantime, I hope this video was helpful, and if you have a question for myself or Jewel, drop a comment below and I'll answer it the best way I can in a Q&A video. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications to our channel. Drop a comment below and let us know what you'd like to see.